So Jason, right before you joined, Daniel and I were just reviewing one of the emails I sent previously, and some of the things I did on ClickFunnels, like this landing page I created. Where's it?
Jason, you're not to change subject, but that look that you have right there,
yeah,
that's how you need to look when you're interviewing somebody, or you look so good right now.
Oh, thank you.
You don't look like a cancer patient. You really look good, like very professional. Love the haircut, love the glasses. Everything looks good.
Well, I just got my new glasses because my eyes were so shot, dude. I couldn't even read books without everything being blurry. So these are new, and they're transitions, kind of like the ones that you have.
Yeah.
So I can just wear them all the time, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So I find myself wearing them all the time now since I can, without putting sunglasses on.
Yeah.
So thank you, though.
Yeah, you look really professional. You really look like somebody who can host a meeting with somebody professionally online.
Hey, check it out. I put on a little bit of weight since I stopped taking all the Adderall, but look.
Yeah, man.
It's fine.
Oh, you feel like you're gaining weight? You're gaining weight because you're off.
Yeah, I gained a little bit, not much. I'm at like 214.
But why? Why would you gain?
I just wasn't eating enough, when I was taking it. But now I'm eating probably 1,200 calories a day. I'm just watching what I'm eating, So, but I feel really good though.
Yeah. Sorry, Wallace. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I just here you can see my screen, right? Basically, this is one of the lead pages I created, and I was just going along the lines of what if we do a seminar on webinar on what Jason's talking about, his expertise, which is converting more leads into long-lasting customers. The purpose of this is to show you guys basically the look and feel of a landing page like this. See if you like something like this. We can customize our own video here. We can get some kind of testimonial there. Down here would be some kind of lead magnet that we can give away, and then that's kind of it moving forward.
So based on what you are learning from this Brunswick guy, we don't need to have multiple sideways sales. We can just have one ClickFunnels, one background video, and one free shit, and we're good.
Yeah. So here is the funnel strategies I created, and that I learned and I put this presentation. Basically, what Jeff's talking about is just one of many that we can do. Here's a product launch funnel, and every time any one of these gurus talk about product launch, they always reference Jeff Walker and a couple of other people too. I forgot their names, but as you can kind of see, there's different kind of funnels, right? And the whole point is to get them to the top of this funnel.
Yeah,
leads coming in. But what I was hoping that we can do right away, something as simple as this.
Some hair clips.
Yeah, have a landing page, a thank you page, and then give them some kind of freebie, right? Book, free book, free ebook, checklist. This is the PLR stuff that we can give away. As you said, we don't have to put our name on it, but we can just give it away. Spend $5 on content that we don't have to waste time creating ourselves.
Wallace, what you and I were talking about the other day was, instead of waiting for us to get all of our get all of our contact
writing stuff down.
You're saying let's create this simplified ClickFunnels to add new customers, right?
Yeah.
So how would they even find this ad? Would we do a search engine somewhere where they Google something? Let's just say it was a hard money ad. If they Google hard money, then that link will pop up somehow?
Yeah, that's where it becomes kind of difficult. So then if we have a landing page, driving traffic to it can come in a couple of ways, right? What you're talking about is the free stuff over here on the left: blog posts, YouTube, even Facebook, podcasts.
Right.
All that stuff takes some time and effort, right? For the more instant gratification, we can do the Facebook ads. This is the paid traffic, the AdWords, Instagram. You could pay on YouTube, other ads.
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying if we're going to go the free route, then we're going to go with Facebook and the blogging and whatnot.
Yeah. What I envision in the future is we get good at one of these things, and then we kind of, work this angle and work the other angle, either separately or simultaneously.
I was under the impression that for Facebook free, the free portion of the Facebook, we would have to utilize our friends and family on Facebook in order to do that.
That would be ideal, yeah.
And my thing is that, and maybe you guys feel differently, I don't know if I want to utilize my friends and family until we get all of this stuff ironed out first.
Okay. Then, I mean, we're still, I'm in all these different groups as well. I don't have a problem utilizing my friends and family. I can do that. And I guess I could be the guinea pig first. In addition to that, we have groups. We're into different Facebook groups, and I can easily just post, hey, I'm going to launch some new product. Go to this landing page here, or go to this link and get this free report. And then so I can organically drive traffic that way for free.
I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah, depending on what we're going to give away for free, I guess that would determine, because I just feel like this is just me and this is just more of me and my issues, but just with fixing and flipping home, hard money, notes, I've just been introducing them to so many different stuff that I'm doing, and none of it has really come into fruition to show them the fruits of my labor. I just want to make sure that whatever it is solid before I introduce it to them again. Anything else is where I'm at.
Okay.
So yeah, I like your idea, Wallace, in terms of just utilizing your group or your people, and let's see how it goes, experimenting and kind of going from there. Houston, how do you feel about that?
No, I think that's good.
Okay.
Okay, I can do that. I'll need some help though. Help me figure out what to give away. Give me at least a week to do this. Just so I don't want to promise that I'll be done by Thursday and not do it.
Sure. What?
I think that book is good. I mean, I skimmed through the book that we talked about, and I think it's good, man.
Okay.
I think that we can use that, the Brain Power book.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was just released. That's the other benefit to it. That it hasn't been out long, Daniel. So I mean, it just got released this month, that book. So it's not like that book's going to be all over the place right now, is my point.
So, all right. I need to get my head around why someone's going to want to click this ClickFunnels. How do you envision this, Wallace, in terms of the verbiage that you're thinking of?
It'll be kind of lighthearted and mysterious. I'm gonna say it. Okay, let's say I don't pitch to my friends and family, total strangers in all these different Facebook groups, which I'm a part of now. I'm gonna say, hey, are you looking for the next, I don't know, opportunity? Are you looking to invest smarter? Blah blah blah. Here, we're getting ready to launch a product. I would love your feedback. Click on this link for a free book. something like that.
Hmm. What do you, so in terms of the survey that we're looking to send out, which I think maybe what do you guys think about the survey we send out that we finalize and saying exactly what you just said? Hey, I'm looking to create a product. If you can just answer this quick survey, you'll get you can download this free ebook below, and then we can send that to all of our contacts, and I don't mind sending that out.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Perfect. So, all right. So go back to that website again. I mean, the ClickFunnels page, real quick.
Okay, hold on.
Are you working on a different computer today, Wallace?
No, it's the one that's giving me troubles, but I made sure to reboot and start from scratch before I logged in today.
Yeah, because as you're moving, it's moving much quicker on my end today than it has been in the past.
Yeah, today is the best that I've seen it as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I rebooted.
So let's think through this real quick in terms of what we're looking for on a landing page and what the gist of the information is going to be. I guess where it says convert more leads into long-lasting customers, all we're going to say is just we're looking to create a product, but want to make sure that it's tailored to something that people really want. Answer this quick survey and get this free ebook below.
Let me do this right now. Marketing tests. I'll change it right now so we can do this.
Hey guys, while you're doing that, we need to make a determination regarding Webinar Bootcamp, because obviously they're charging us $97 a month. Is that something that we still need to be part of?
I don't think that we do. But I do think that we should switch a membership over to the Entrepreneur Alliance that he did. It's a lot cheaper. It's a third the cost, and there's a lot of really good information in there that we can get access to that kind of all ties in together. It might help us with a long-term focus as well. And it might tie us in with some good people. It's something we could try anyway.
How much is that one again, Jason? I didn't get any chance to sign up.
I think it's like $1.
It's $1 for the first 7 days and then $30 a month thereafter to be a member to it.
So Wallace, what do you think? Should we opt out of Webinar Bootcamp? Because I believe Jeff Walker is not, there's no monthly fees for his that I know of. And we can get most of our questions answered through him in their conference call, I would think.
Yeah, no, that sounds fine. I just wanted to make sure. I'm on Webinar Bootcamp website right now. I got to make sure I download all their videos because
okay,
all that stuff is really important.
Right. So you want to just wait until you give us the green light that you're done with downloading?
Yeah, give me till the end of the week. I'm just looking for new content. I don't see him posting any new group calls since November.
Okay.
But then some of the other stuff like Facebook ads, advertising, Espresso, all that stuff, those are good geek stuff that I need to download.
Yeah, and he also has given away, in the Entrepreneur Alliance, he's given away the Facebook Mastery Ads class that he charged money for back in the past.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
And he's also given away how he built his consulting company to $6,000 a month. You know, what he did with that, what product he created for that. And then He's also sharing exactly how they built the software for PayFunnels and the software that they're building for 2017 that they're going to release, which is what he's trying to get into now, because he wants to get in the front of it, because the tools are getting much easier to create software. And so if you follow his emails, he's letting you in on everything that they're doing and all their strategies to build their company, which was why I think we should be part of that.
Actually, that sounds pretty good, man. From a geek perspective, that's cool.
Yeah. And he's using the same thing from Ask Pat. I mean, he's trying to be very transparent, you know, where you can see everything that he's doing. So.
Okay. 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 So you guys see my screen, right? There's dozens of templates. I just thought, kind of knowing what you like, Daniel and Jason, this one probably looks the most professional because it has a place for testimonial, video, some verbiage, and their info. So I can make changes right now. What should I say? Let's see.
Well, let me ask you guys this. For our very first email, sending it to everybody on our contact list, I would think that we would need to write a little bit more verbiage, kind of explaining what we've been up to, what we're doing. Do you think this is, or am I just complicating this? I could understand this format for just acquaintances or just people that.
No, this is a landing page, man. This is for everybody. So the email thing is a separate topic.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
It's a landing page. Squeeze landed. So everybody will be sent to this so they can fill out our questionnaire.
Okay.
So let's see.
So then the verbiage here has to be focused on the content of the free stuff that we're giving and the power of that free content.
Yeah.
And we have decided that it's going to be that ebook. Is that what we're concluding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me take a look at that ebook again. Big products.
It's called Brain Health.
Oh. And what does it do for you? Just teaches you how to get your brain to be more healthy?
No, it just talks about, you know, how to mold it for better performance, how to quickly maximize intelligence without spending weeks, months, or years in classroom or reading books. Simple hacks that you can do. Proper nutrition. Yeah, well, I didn't read the whole book, but I went through most of it, and it's good. I mean, you know, I think it's something that, you know, anyone could read and get something out of.
This one?
Yep, that's it.
If we're selling a investment, shouldn't we give them something that relates to that too?
Well, we talked about it. I mean, this is one of those things that, you know, I thought we felt like it could work for anybody.
Okay. Download this. Okay, brain health. Doesn't matter. As long as we get something going. Okay. So let's see. We just discussed canceling Rosenberger webinar bootcamp.
Do you have enough from us to finalize this landing page?
Almost. Do you like this look? If you do, then I'll run with it.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it has what we need.
And I could probably use your help to
Remember-
finalize the questionnaires.
I thought we finalized it already.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that was. I think there was 5 from me, 5 from you, and a couple from Jason. I'll consolidate it then.
And then we we finalized it to the last, whatever, 5 questions or whatever. We just kept it real general.
Okay.
All right, so a couple of things. From the videos, they're talking about how the less information that you ask for, the better conversion that we're gonna get, right? So on there, we're asking for phone number, email address. We don't need all that, do we?
I can take out something, sure.
Yeah, I don't think people are gonna be more, like first name is all we need. And an email address, just to make it easy for them. Or just an email for that matter.
Okay. Yeah, actually, why don't I just take out the, I'll create a template, no video, maybe a testimonial, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whatever. I'll work. I'll get the landing page up and running. Landing page.
So the email is essentially going to be, hey guys, this is what I've been up to. I'm looking to do a product, design a product, but before I spend all my time and energy customizing this product, I want to make sure it's something that people really want to learn. Do me a favor, answer this quick questionnaire, and by you just clicking on a few buttons, I will send you this free ebook that will help you tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Click on the link below.
Mm-hmm.
You send them here, and that's how we're driving traffic, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's pretty clear. I think what we need to figure out now is the categories of our list. For example, I have old employees, core affiliates, I have acquaintances, I have friends, I have family, there's just so many freaking categories. Why don't we discuss maybe coming up with a similar category for all of us? So we just essentially can boil it down to maybe 3 groups. One is very close friends and family. Maybe they're just as one because they're very close friends and family. The next list might be acquaintances, just people that you talk to them, you've done some kind of business with at one point at one time, but you don't really remember them all that well. And then the third list, or maybe we don't even have a third list.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I think we can probably isolate that even further, but I need to examine what Aweber is capable of in order to do that.
No, we can dissect it on our own.
Oh, okay, that's even better.
And then send it to you categorized.
Oh, that's even better. Okay, so less for me. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds great.
But do you guys think that it's okay with just having 2 lists, 2 categories? I mean,
I think it'll be fine because we're gonna subdivide that later and maybe even consolidate these lists later depending on the product.
Right. I think for now, yes, Daniel, because dude, like I said, I seriously have spent way too much time cleaning up all my emails and matching names to them. I've spent probably 5 hours, but that's because I've got just in my Gmail, I've got over 1,200 emails compiled right now.
right.
That's a lot, man. Wow. Is my screen share looping again?
Yep.
Stop doing It just stops for no reason. It just stopped, right? Did it stop looping?
Yeah, stop moving.
Okay, so just FYI, this Google Hangout feature is going away in a couple of months. So I start playing with the other tool that Webinar Jam has, which is Jam Session. I don't know anything about that yet, but it just came out.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. So I think the next obvious step for us is going to be focusing on the email that we're going to be writing to close friends and family. Well, maybe we have close friends and family, and then we have just friends. We'll consider them friends, but they're not close. And then we have just acquaintances. We're just people we did business with, but we don't really remember what they look like, or we think their name is Steve. Those type of people.
Haven't you gotten email from people whom you barely know, but it sounds super personal? What? I say we just.
When I get emails from those people, I'm like, oh, this is a complete sales pitch. I have my guard up.
How about you, Jason? You feel the same way?
I don't know. I mean, that's why I was saying, I think it needs to say something, to the tune of, and I've really been pondering this, Daniel. That's what I was talking to you about earlier. The way that this email is written has to be really good. And it can be, hey, this is Jason again. Haven't talked to you in a while. If you're getting this email, it's because we've either worked together in some capacity, talked to each other before, or we know each other pretty well. Either of those, however we want to write that. If you want to, I'm not going to spam you in the future. I promise, big letters, laugh out loud.
Yeah.
But I am wanting to send a survey out and giving away a free gift just to see what people like you in your profession, right, think about this idea. Would you please take the time just to mark this survey? And then if you want to opt out, that's okay. But I'm going to give you something valued at $29.99. And it's a book me and my partners wrote, because we can put ourselves as authors or whatever, that we think you'll find very interesting, and it'll help you in whatever business you're doing right now or whatever you do for a living. Something like that. Something that's personal, asking for help, and really not salesy. Just look, we just need some help.
Right.
Come to them more from a help standpoint. And I think at that point, Daniel, maybe you wouldn't get turned off. And you're like, oh, okay, well, he's not going to spam me. Let me see what it is. And shit, this book might be kind of cool.
In that perspective, like that email and that approach, it's perfect for acquaintances.
Yeah.
But what about friends? Not close friends and family, just friends. I mean, that tone you can't write it like that. It has to be more like, hey, what's up, man? I haven't seen you for whatever. I don't know what you're up to, but this is what I'm doing. Can you help me out? Versus close friends and family, you can just call them and say, hey, you better opt in, or,
Right. Yeah. Okay. So let me write the acquaintance email. Daniel, if you want to write the friend one, that would be good. And then Wallace, if you want to kind of, close friends and family, whatever. Let's just all each break up and write it. And I'll write the acquaintance one, and I'll have it done. You'll have it by tomorrow, Wallace. But I'll go ahead and start drafting it out today.
Okay, that sounds good.
And Daniel, you're going to do just the friend one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Friends. Okay, cool. Okay, so what did we talk about? We talked about emailing acquaintances and friends.
So there's 3 categories now, Wallace.
Categories. So one is close, right?
Close friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
And then just friends. And then associates.
Okay. Got it. email. So we'll separate into 3. And the landing page is going to be a generic landing page. So we're sending everybody to that.
Right.
And then of that landing page, they'll put in their first name, email. I'll pick a template that doesn't have. It looks good, but let's say it's super simple. There's no video or anything like that, so that we don't have to complicate things.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I have one. And then Rogan Moser. After I give the okay, we'll quit the boot camp thing because it's too expensive. But then we'll look into the entrepreneur thing because it's only $30 a month. That might be good for contacts and leads and learning cool stuff.
Wallace, what is the plan for you to make sure that your computer does not run into these technical difficulties like what we're going through right now?
Well, I got a couple of items, couple of plans. It looks like it's working well today because I rebooted. Usually I have so much crap going on in my computer that's interfering with our calls. Secondly, I am getting a new laptop, so hopefully that'll fix a lot of stuff.
When are you getting that?
Probably another week or so. I just had it ordered.
Is that from your company?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Jason. You're on mute.
Yeah, sorry.
Are we? What are your thoughts about going to the PLF live conference in Arizona? It's in April.
I think it'd be pretty good. You know, it's interesting that I probably shouldn't have done this, but I went out and I Google searched reviews, and like on Reddit, there's a lot of reviews on the PLF and Jeff Walker. And it's kind of like what you were saying before, you know, about how now, you know, when you're on Facebook, like everyone, you're starting to see the videos, they pop up. And the more you subscribe to things or the more you look at things, the more the videos pop up. Like freaking every time I get on YouTube now for anything, if I'm looking at a video, I get this ad pop up and it's that real estate guy, Phil Judikowski or whatever his name is, the guy that splits deals with you, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, that ad pops up every time before a video starts. And I'm like, it's so annoying. So I think that whatever we do, we need to get on it. And we need to, even if it's going to fail, we need to track the measures. And I want to go back a little bit about this, and I'll talk to you about Arizona. But yes, I think it's important to go. Do I think we're going to get anything out of it more than what we have to work with right now? No, I don't. And it may be a waste of money is what my initial thought is right now. But I am more interested in trying to figure out the part that Wallace is going to be stuck on here, which is where Dave says, you know, spend $100 on Facebook, like give yourself a budget and A/B split test. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but you need to do split test. Even if it's just 3 people that opt in or whatever, you need to do it. And you can't just do it free with the people you know, because if you do it with people you know, friends and family, the results are going to be skewed because it's people you know. So we have to be able to reach an audience that we don't know if we're ever going to really make money doing this.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you on that because, yeah, I mean, we're too focused on we're too focused on what to say to people we know and maybe certain people we don't know very well. We need to promote to strangers doing split testing.
Right. And I think that that's really important. And I think that's the part that if we can master how to get to that part and get people to start trusting who we are, then it's going to become much easier for us.
Jason, I think that the split testing will probably be the next step once we get some feedback of the product.
I'm with you. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. But your question was, should we go to Arizona? And my answer is no, because there's going to come a point where I think if we're going to spend money anywhere, I think that it's going to be on ads and creating our product and really making sure that we have all the necessary tools to do this the right way.
I think I agree with you, Jason. I think instead of doing PLF seminar, we do Russell Brunson wherever he's at. When he has these seminars and he has people, entrepreneurs like us going there, I've watched some of those videos. It's amazing. I mean, these people do not even have a quarter of the knowledge that we have, and they're making money. And and Russell gives all these ideas on what to do. Obviously, to use ClickFunnels, promotes his stuff, but it's it's a win-win. It's like watching those videos. I got an idea of all these different funnels we can create now. We just plug and play now.
Right. And I think the key part, because Daniel, I don't think that we're going to have Jeff's program, as long as we follow all the steps, I think we'll have a successful launch, as long as we know how to build the proper funnels to target people that we need, and we have the right product. That's it. That's what it comes down to. So I don't think that going to that seminar will be anything else except us getting hyped up and excited. And trust me, look, I guarantee you, Jeff's going to be shifting focus as well. He's been doing this a long time, and a lot of people said that he wouldn't make it to where he did because it would get saturated. The market would get saturated. Well, I listened to a whole podcast on this, and the market is at saturation right now. And they're very clear that it's at saturation, but it hasn't slowed down his sales. He's very steady with what he's doing. However, he is creating new products right now. In the background, he's creating new stuff as well, because he realizes that things are going to start to change and evolve. And I think Dave Rosenberg does too. And that's why they're working on software right now.
Sure. How about we just talk about this maybe closer to April?
Yeah, and that's fine. We can revisit
that. We are, and if we're further along than we think, and we want that one-on-one, then maybe we consider it. But
sure.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, good enough. Let's see.
So what I got was, April, maybe. I can't go, so you guys will.
Yeah, I mean, we can table this off for a later time. Guys, in terms of how you guys are operating on your own, personally, in terms of productivity, focus, and moving at the speed that you guys would like to reach your goals, whether it's RPLF or just personally, do you guys feel like you guys are moving in the right speed that you want currently?
In certain areas of my life, yes. In other areas, no. The wheel, the chart, and you have the spiritual, you have the family and friends, and spiritually, for the first time, I think in my life, I am really in a good place, because I'm praying every morning, I'm praying at night, I'm at church every time church is open. I'm still going to meetings every single night. There's just a lot going on there. And, something happened last night with my son, dude, that just gave me chills. And it was really powerful. And I got pulled over by a cop last night because I got my trailer back and it didn't have any of the lights or the tag on it. And when the cop pulled me over, he was going to write me a ticket, and he could have wrote me a ticket. And he didn't write me a ticket. He just wrote me a warning. And I had Zoe in the car with me, and I had Little Man with me. And the intention was not to have them with me all day yesterday, but it ended up happening. And Little Man looked at the guy and said, "Hey," he said, "thanks for being nice to my dad. We're going to pray for you tonight. What's your name?"
Wow.
And dude, I just got chills. I was like, but that's what's happening just from the past 2.5 weeks of praying with him every night before we go to bed and praying for everybody.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, so it really made me feel like at least there I'm at a place where I feel really good. Business wise, you know, I know you've offered to help, but I really just kind of want to do this, but still has given me stressors. But I'm getting to the point where I feel like it's all going to come together now. But that's taken a lot of my time the past week, and it bothers me because I really wanted to be in this, focusing more on this, but I haven't had the time to put all my time in here. So I'm a little frustrated with that. You know, I really want to know more about what Wallace is actually doing here on this side. And then there's the side that I need money, right? I got to figure out something. My Jeeps are in disarray. So there's all that shit going on, you know, excuse my language. Sorry, God. But so, yeah, I'm not quite where I want to be right now with that, brother, but I'm working on it. So that's my answer.
What about you, Wallace?
Well, I mean, where I would like to move faster on this, with you guys' help, of course. Where I am in terms of money, well, I mean, like I said, I still got that day job, but who knows, man? I really want to quit that job and focus on more of this entrepreneur stuff, more of what we're doing, whether it's in marketing or real estate or whatever. I just need to. That's what's kind of, I guess it's a good problem to have, right? I mean, I just want to move on, but I can't right now. I just need something similar to you guys. You guys need the cash flow coming in. I'm looking for something to replace what I have, just so I can continue as well. And I want to move this along too, and basically generate some money, so I have more options and choices. You know.
Yeah. The reason why I asked, when was the last time we met up? When was the Hidden Valley? When was that?
Beginning of December.
Yeah.
First week in December.
Yeah.
It's only been that December?
Yeah.
Because I believe we talked about at least doing it once every quarter, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a long time since we met up for whatever.
Me too.
Yeah. And I feel like for me, it's the power of being at a conference live. It's a different feeling, effect. You get re-engaged, re-energized, refocused. And although this webinar is getting better, it's not the same. Because at the end of the day, once we turn this off, we go back to reality of our shit and all the stuff that we're juggling. And our business takes a back seat in many ways. So, for example, I'm going to pull this up and hopefully I can share my screen. Let me see.
I think if you share your screen and not share your camera, your face, it won't loop like that.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Every time I bring my camera back into it, it loops. It's a Hangouts thing for sure.
All right. How do I share my screen? Share screen. Okay, here we go. You guys see my screen?
No, I think it's because I'm still sharing. Let me stop. And go ahead and share yours.
I am. You guys still don't see my screen?
Nope. I see you.
I see you.
Oh, I have to click share. Okay. Oh, damn, it's looping.
Well, it's good.
It's good?
Yep.
Yeah,
Wallace?
yeah, it's good for me. It stopped.
Okay. I'm thinking maybe in order for us to really,
I'm gonna put Jason and me on mute so it doesn't go back to our faces. Okay.
sure. I'm gonna call this our sweet spot. Okay. So just real quick, we're gonna list opportunities that we have in front of us, just as a quick exercise, so that we can come to a conclusion on what the focus needs to be. So for example, we have George's product, George's Finance Inc., right? Oh. Inc. All right, what else do we have? We also have creating our product. What was it? You guys don't have to mute it.
That would be Jason's conversion mastery, right? Converting more. How do you convert people to sales?
Conversion mastery. We're gonna do hard money, potentially apartments, fix and flip. Is there anything else that I'm missing, guys, that we can possibly do now to make money?
Do you want to put notes up there too?
Sure. Anything else?
Yeah,
And then-
Ashley did reach out today for a HELOC. The value of my home, you know, according to Zillow, it's up to like $455,000 right now.
Nice.
And I bought it for $300 and I owe like $240 on it. So she reached out today and I'm thinking about, you know, 75 to 100 grand because, man, even if it's, you know, I don't even care if it's like wholesaling property or something that we can just flip or do something quickly, you know, just to pull some cash in. And, you know, I don't really care. You know, I just know that we need to make some cash.
How about this, guys? And it's another riding your bike kind of thing. But I'm getting good at ClickFunnels, and we can promote creating funnels for other people at 10 grand a pop or something. Set them up. I mean, I know we haven't done even our own yet, but it's pretty It's pretty kind of easy. And then maybe you know, I mean, maybe some of your borrowers who wants to promote their fix and flip business, we say, yeah, okay, we'll drive some traffic to you. You pay for the advertisements and our fee for creating this for you, and that could generate some cash, you know.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. Like I said, we don't have to focus 100% on real estate. We can do other stuff. It's just we have this tool with ClickFunnels that we could just throw what makes sense, create a funnel out of it, and get paid for the service.
You know, I think a big area for that, Wallace, to be honest with you, is real estate agents. How to help agents that, you know, want to get their product out there first and people looking for them. I think that we create a funnel and target them, right? And target them that we have a program or we have something that we can help them do to get them to edge out their competition. And it just put together something real quick, and that's what we do. And then we create funnels for them. We do it on a consulting basis.
Yeah. Marketing consultant, marketing ninjas, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, what was it? Yeah, I mean, remember that webinar we watched together while we were when we were together in Hidden Valley, those two dopes consulting. I mean, I've been getting their emails, and it's like crap, man. I can do this. We can do this. It's just basically creating funnels and doing a webinar and get people into their funnel so they can create sales pages for people.
Not to say anything negative about that idea, but do you guys not want to at least try to do one product for ourselves, or try one paid Facebook ad ourselves and kind of see what the hell happens?
Oh yeah. You're right. Let's table that for later then. But I just, because obviously the more experience we have, the more value we can add to other people.
Yeah, and not only that, we're just by going through our own shit, we're gonna learn a lot.
Yeah, but Daniel, look, here's a flip side to that, right? If we have one person that's got a business that we could help that any of us know right now, and they're willing to pay for all the Facebook ads for us to do it for free, and give them something and let their money be the guinea pig on the ads instead of ours. We could do the same damn thing. And we wouldn't have to spend a dime. It'd just be our man hours putting it together for them.
That is a good idea. The only downside to that I'm worried about is that they'll say they're not happy with whatever result that they got, and they want all their money back.
Well, we make sure that we write an agreement that can't happen. Here it is. Look, and not just that, but I really do believe that with what Wallace is learning and what Russell Brunson teaches, there's no way that their phone's not going to start ringing more. Their phone's going to freaking ring more. It's up to them at that point to convert their sales.
Sure. Okay. That could be an option. Yeah. I can see that as adding it now to the topic.
And if they want their money back, just say, sure, we'll give you your money back. But we would have gained so much knowledge and made mistakes on their dime. Kind of
sure.
like wealth classes.
Okay.
I like the way you threw that in there, Wallace.
Yeah, you like that? I'm a little jaded.
Okay. All right. So if you look at the right-hand side over here, LH stands for low hanging. HR stands for home run. So let's go through each of this category here. And any item that has both the low hanging and the home run is considered our sweet spot. And that's what we should focus on. So low hanging means is that it's fairly easy for us to accomplish. Home run means that if we hit it, then we're going to make a significant amount of money. So the challenge that I have a lot of times is that there's just so many things on my plate. I don't know what the hell to focus on. So let's analyze this opportunity real quick, Jason. So for George's Finance Inc., do we consider that a low-hanging fruit?
I do.
I would agree. What do you think, Wallace?
Low hanging means what? Easy to accomplish again?
Yeah.
But not necessarily
but not necessarily a home run.
Right.
Which means that it won't be a lot of money.
Right.
Profiting. Yeah, low hanging.
Okay. So is there a way to make George's program a home run?
Create ourselves.
That, or he changes the price to $1,000 instead of $500. It makes it a lot more feasible at that point.
Because let's talk through this, because if we start promoting George's program to our friends and family, well, later on down the road, if we want to teach our investors some of these tricks, they're going to know. They already watched all the videos. So we're not going to look like this awesome guru anymore.
Yeah, but I think, all right, this is my thought on this. I think we're looking at George's program the wrong way. I never looked at George's program for really everything that it could do for us by selling his program. It was a way to make some cash, and more importantly, to be able to access everybody in his circle. That's what was more important to me than anything, was being able to access his people do a good job for him. Let him know that we're on his team, where he promotes the shit out of whatever product we create down the road. That's the whole point of me wanting to do that with George, is make a little bit of cash and then get in his circle.
Right. So, okay. In terms of making George's program a home run, because George's status and all of his content that he already has, I think all we have to do, Wallace, is do what we don't have to do these 4 video sideways sell letter. Let's just do something easy like this Brunswick ClickFunnels thing. We drive traffic, and let's drive traffic without utilizing our friends and family's contact on Facebook. Let's focus on the avatar and focusing on other people and driving traffic to George's program. And literally, we know that if George likes the result, we can probably run with this every month and just look at this as a steady cash flow for our business needs on a monthly basis. It's not a home run, but it can be a good cash cow for us.
Right. This is really funny. I have to say this, but Daniel, you're kind of like listening to Lemony Snicket's The Series of Unfortunate Events. It's like, I think you've called Russell Brunson everything but Brunson. Brunswick, Brunstew, Brunstad. I think you've called him like 5 different Brun somethings today.
Sure. All right. So in terms of moving forward, I mean, there is not a home run, but I this could be a steady cash cow, right? Are you guys in agreement with that?
Yeah, we just promote and sell it as is, create a funnel for it. The only questions, the technical questions, is simply, do we do it with paid advertising? If not, then we do have to market to our list.
Yes, we have to do paid advertising.
Okay, so paid advertising. And I need to figure out if it goes, well, we need to talk to George about this, because how do we mark who goes through our channels to buy George's stuff? That part I need to figure out. You know, do we accept payment on behalf of George?
Yes.
Or George. Okay.
No, we accept payment. Everything runs through our payment system, and then we forward the money, his portion of the money, to us, to him. We also make sure that he doesn't charge us any chargebacks. He's responsible for keeping them there once they're there. And then we, he gets to keep the people that obviously are becoming part of his program, but everyone else's information that we have that opted in, we get to keep that information, and we get to put them in a certain category. Right.
Because I'm not sure that's how JV programs work. Usually we're acting like the affiliate now. It'll go through a link to get to his site. The purchase will happen on his site, but because they went through our affiliate link, then it's up to the sponsor, George, to pay us our share. That's how these JV programs work, from what I've seen.
Well, not only that, if we process their payment, then obviously we're going to be charged a finance fee for that processing fee, I mean. And if we allow George to do it, it will be on his dime. And it's a small thing, but can you verify that, Wallace, to see if we can do it like that?
Look, here's the problem, though. Let's just look at quick numbers real fast. Daniel, have your pencil out and your pad. Just write down what I'm saying real quick. Let's say that we have a jam-ass Facebook ad set, and we're converting or getting people to our webinar, and it costs us $5 a head, right? And now it'd be nice to get them down to $2 a head, but I don't think that's going to happen in the beginning. So let's say $5, and really it could be $7 to $10, but let's just say it's $5. There's 300 people that opt in. They cost us $5 a piece to get them to opt in. That's $1,500. Divide that times 2 by the time we get to the actual webinar. That's 150 people. The conversion rate they're saying is 3%. That right? So that is 4.5 people times $250. It's $1,125. We just lost $200 basically, or $400, getting those people to the webinar. That's the big problem that we've got. That's why George right now is doing this organically, because he wants that monthly membership organically to 1,000 people so he can have the marketing budget to play around with this and not lose money. Now, on the flip side of that, if he would let us sell that program, or if he'd lift the price to $900 or whatever it is, it changes everything. And he's also telling me that his conversion rates are more like 11%. So let's look at that. So times 1.1, 16.5 times 250, that's $4,000. So we would make $3,000 on a launch doing it that way if his conversion rate's 11%. But the reason I think his conversion rate is so high right now is because he's doing it organically.
Yes. So
that's just quick number rundown on what he's doing right now. And that's kind of the turnoff for me with it is, I think we should all get on a call with him. We should structure the call, Q&A, and find out what his conversion is, what he's actually doing right now, so we're not stepping on his toes, so we're not double dipping in the same pot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I mean, usually, I sent you the link to George's JV programs before, and he's no stranger to having affiliates help him out to promote his stuff. I'm just saying that if we take on the responsibility of signing people up, taking their payments, and advertising, I don't know. That's a lot of stuff. Versus,
maybe the time to really do this with George, guys. The more I think about this, Wallace and Daniel, is once we have a list of 10,000 people of our own, that's a real affiliate program, because then we can recommend to our people his program, and then we just get paid. And we've already paid for that traffic through other product stuff that we've done that we could control the pricing on. Is that what you
guys a question, real
create an affiliate link? Yeah.
Yeah.
If we create our own list and we essentially get to a point where we tell people, we will show you a trick that we're only charging $997. And if you do not make, if everything that we promise does not happen, it's 100% money back. Or maybe we don't charge $997 and we charge more, like $1,997. One of the things that I started doing with a few of the people that I know, one of them is my investor, is I told them that because they're my investor, I want to start teaching them some of the additional tricks for them to create more wealth. And they were like, wow, that's new. I've never had anybody do this for me. And I spent 2 hours on a conference call with an OPM going over how to set up that line of credit and customizing it for their specific situation. And I can, in my mind, if somebody gave me a guarantee, money back guarantee, that I'm gonna at least save $100,000, and we can easily show them how to do it, I would pay it all day long. So I think that the cash cow for us and home run and low hanging fruit is just that. We create a list and all we talk about is all these different options and ways that you can leverage yourself and make more money without taking risk. And then we hit them with the program of us teaching them how to set up that line of credit. and we give them a freaking ironclad money-back guarantee, but we charge them a lot of money. And we walk them through the process, and we create our own little video or pamphlet or PDF so that it walks them through the process. Or we do a 6-week. We guarantee them within that 6 weeks that we'll walk them through the process for them to set up that line of credit. And we can even do, for example, we can get a list of the banks that they can go to, or the process that they're going to need to get that line of credit or whatnot. It's very easy. And I believe people will pay. What do you think?
So the master spending account, we'll do that.
You see, Wallace, I think that the account that we set up is too risky based on what I'm learning. So for example, there's a reason why George recommends to set up a HELOC or a line of credit, and on his MasterSweep account calculator that you converted for me, he specifically says don't use more than 50% of your line of credit, right?
That's true.
And not only that, because it's an adjustable rate and our entire mortgage is on it, if the market changes or the rate changes, our entire mortgage balance is going to be affected rather than that small balance. So
no, you're right.
So I didn't realize this, but we can't be teaching people or advising people to take this option. The only way that this option is beneficial is if they have most of their mortgage paid down already and their balance is small. Then I can see us utilizing this in a better fashion.
Yeah, and the limitation with the product that we got is what you call it? It's only for California.
Why?
Right, like Jason probably couldn't do it.
You're talking about for the all-in-one, right?
All-in-one, yeah.
Oh yeah. I now that I know what I know, I would have never gotten this done. So my focus is to obviously get my mortgage completely paid down or to have a small balance.
I mean, what you could do is still get another HELOC in second position and do this line of credit thing too.
Okay, that might be another option.
You can do exactly what we're preaching. I could too, actually.
Okay, so feedback, guys.
I like that. I've been talking to my investors about other products besides what we've been doing, and I said, what if I can teach you how to teach you how to pay off your house earlier? Would that be an option? Would that be interesting to you? And they go, absolutely. And I went through the whole line of credit idea, but they want to learn more. Yeah. And if we can structure steps around that,
right,
that would help. Now, George does have a guy he works with that sets up these line of credits. His name is Shane something, and he's got a software program that. See, the trick is to teach people how much to put into their house every month, right? That's why the all-in-one program, to me, I like it because I don't have to think about it.
Check it out. I have a better approach. All right, you can see my screen still?
Yeah.
Okay, you see the MasterSweep account calculator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right now, what George is teaching is this. If you get a monthly check of $5,000, right, you get a maximum debt on that of $10,000, minimum line of credit of 20, right? So let's just say the total balance doesn't matter as far as, but let's just say for consistency, this is 20,000. So what he teaches is that if you are bringing in 5,000, let's just say you decide to pull $8,000 out and pay your mortgage down, right? And as you get the $5,000 back into, so let's just say that for 3 days you have $8,000 balance, right? Because you took the line of credit and you paid your mortgage down. You follow me so far? Hello?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, I hear you.
So now that this person's $5,000 comes in, well, then their balance is now $3,000, right? And what George essentially teaches is this: because the $5,000 is in that account, and then at the end of the month, let's just say that they have to pay bills of another, I don't know, $6,000 of bills, right? Wait, so if they have a $5,000, actually their bills are going to be roughly $3,500. So if their bills are going to be $3,500 and they have to write checks out of here, so that their balance is now going to be $6,500 every month. You follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm mute.
So all that George is teaching right now is basically the effective rate is 3.19. They would have paid 480, but because of this strategy, they actually ended up saving $224.55, right?
Yeah, that's really nice. We can promote.
No, but check this out. I've taken it to a whole new level, and it's simpler.
Oh.
So, for example, I'm gonna for our average avatar, they're gonna make more than $5,000. Okay, so let's just say they bring home between their wife and them $10,000 a month, right, from their paycheck. So let's just say that this is $40,000. We're gonna advise them to pay their mortgage down by $10,000, right? So they get a line of credit for $40,000, and we advise them to pull that $10,000 out only. So that $10,000 is going to be their balance. However, they get their monthly paycheck of $10,000. Now this becomes zero. So the savings, if we just do it based on what they bring in every month, is so much more effective, because we know that 70% of, for at least 3 weeks, that money is going to sit into their account until it's time for them to pay, right? And we're going to assume, based on the numbers that George teaches, 70% of whatever their income is going to be towards bills. So their bills is going to be roughly $7,000. You follow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this now becomes $7,000. Now check it out. So their savings is a lot more significant, but I take it to a whole new level and we go over here. So let's just say, for example, their mortgage was this. And we teach them, hey, you're going to make a $10,000 contribution here, right? One of the things that, and this is completely dependent on which investment that we're thinking of putting them in, but even on just at a level like this, I just keep, actually, let me keep it simple for now. So I just keep doing this like George did, right? And we determine, okay, how many freaking years do we have to do this? But here's the kicker that I wanted you guys to see. Oops. You know what? This freaking mortgage is going to take forever. So let's just say it's 200,000. Okay, So roughly about 11 years. So by doing this, they ended up only paying $53,000 on interest, right? So if we go back, on this 200,000 mortgage, right? They end up saving over $100,000 in interest by them doing it our way. And this is what we show them. We go back over here and we say, okay, what did this actually cost you? It cost you $142 a year, right? So $142 times 11 years cost you basically $1,562 for the usage of this line of credit. And you just saved, by listening to our strategy, over $100,000. You follow me?
100, like 103 grand. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So, dude, when you watch George's video, you get confused because you're like, wait, how much does he want to apply? He says if we just take a bite of the elephant and put 14,000 here and 14,000 there, and then eventually pay it off within a year, he doesn't really specify, and it's confusing, and it doesn't give enough direction on that aspect. But if we just base it on what they bring in every month within their paycheck, this is maximum efficiency.
You're right. This is good. And we'll have to charge that $2,000 for consulting fee, right?
Dude, who would not pay for this shit?
Exactly.
I'm telling you, like, oh my God, I would pay this all day long.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel, let's do something real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to bring Ashley in because she's been working with our mortgage a lot, and she's been learning a lot about this, about how to pay it off quick. And our mortgage is 250 grand. Let's do this exercise. Let me bring her in here real quick and let's see what kind of questions she might ask, because she has no idea what she's about to walk into. Okay. So, and it'll only take a few minutes. Just go through it just like you did just now. You don't have to do any different. So hold on one second. Let me grab her.
So Wallace, here's what I'm thinking. You there?
Yep.
Yeah. We send an email to our friends and family and we tell them, look, guys, we send some free shit first, build more credibility, get more connected with them. And then we hit them with a survey where they have to answer things like, do you own a home? Do you currently have equity in your home? Just basic information to see if they qualify. And we'll spell it out in the email that this strategy that we have would literally save you significant amount of money. However, you need to qualify. You need to have the following things. So the people that opt in are already the category of people that already qualify for this, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, we do a webinar. We give them a brief preview to what this opportunity is going to look like. And then from there, we'll upsell them.
Upsell them to this 2,000 offer?
Or 5,000 or something else. Maybe we charge them more because we will walk them through a 6-week process of how to go about setting up their line of credit and how to go about using it. And we will walk them through the whole process until they have it down. That is
I like it.
money. Okay.
Powerful.
Hello, Ashley. Can you hear me, Ashley?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay. I'm going to talk to you as if you're just one of our investors, okay?
Okay.
All righty. So, Ashley, I'm going to ask you a few questions so that I will be able to customize this Excel sheet based on your current situation.
Okay.
All right, let me share my screen real quick. Oh, crap. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So, a couple things. One of the things that I want to make sure that you're aware of, Ashley, and is that currently right now, if we're just going to hypothetically say that you and Jason, your combined income every month is about $10,000.
Okay.
And this is, the numbers don't really matter. I'm going to get rid of this right now. The numbers really don't matter. It's more of the point here that I want to make sure that you get. So
Okay.
one of the key things, Jesus Christ, why is it doing this? One of the key things that you have to know is that every time that you make 5,000 and Jason makes 5,000, the first thing that you guys do is have it go directly into your checking account, right?
Right.
To Bank of America or some bank next to you guys. And this is 99% of what everyone else does. And this is why banks love us, because the deposits that we make into the bank, they're able to go and utilize our money and make 10 to 20 times more on our money that we're putting into their account for themselves.
Right.
So every time you guys have that $10,000 sitting into that account, you guys are generating less than 1% interest, if that, right?
Right.
What we're now teaching you to do is to open up a HELOC or a line of credit on your house, which Jason says that you're working on that now.
Correct.
So the change that we want you to do now is that as soon as that $10,000 hits your checking account, what you want to do is to move that $10,000 into your HELOC account.
Okay.
Okay? So a couple things real quick. I want you to, for a second, we just talked about having a, oops, I can't see my screen. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay. So once you have the $10,000 every single month, it goes right into your checking account to collect less than 1%.
Right.
Now, I want you to think about this for a second. I want you to, majority of the time, if you guys are making $10,000 a month, 70% of your income is typically on bills, whether it's property taxes, insurance, food, you name it. So every month, at the end of the month, you pay $7,000 of bills and you only have $3,000 remaining. Does that sound about accurate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Once you get a HELOC or a line of credit set up with your local bank, the first thing I want you to do is to get at least a $14,000 line of credit, if not more, okay?
Okay.
And then from there, I want you to pull $10,000 out of that line of credit and pay it towards your mortgage.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what is your current interest rate on your house right now?
4.4%.
Okay. And you have a remaining balance of what?
247.
All righty. Okay. So if you just paid $10,000 down towards your mortgage, then it's going to be 237. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, before we continue, I want you to look at this for a second. So we're going to assume that you and Jason bring in $10,000 a month, and your line of credit here is going to be only $14,000. Okay.
Okay.
Oops. You pay for this line of credit. We're going to assume the worst and say you pay 6% for that line of credit. So what I instructed you to do is to get $10,000 out of that line of credit and pay your mortgage, right?
Right.
I want you to look at this real quick, and I'll explain all this as I go.
This is a daily interest line of credit 1 month chart. You see that, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to explain that.
Okay.
So remember what I said, that when you make $10,000 a month, 70% of that money is to pay bills, right?
Yeah.
So what we generally do is we have that money just sitting in our account and just waiting until we get a bill. And we look at the bill and we say, okay, should I pay now? Or should I pay a little bit later, right?
Right.
So that money ends up just sitting in our account for about 3 weeks, just making us less than 1%. Well, instead of that, as soon as that $10,000 hits your account, like I illustrated in this drawing here, as soon as it hits your account, what you're gonna do is transfer it to your, well, actually, I take that back. You're gonna, once your line of credit is set up, you're gonna take that $10,000 and pay it towards your mortgage, right? As soon as your $10,000 comes in, you're gonna move the $10,000 from here right into your line of credit. You follow me so far?
Yep.
Okay. Now, here's what happens. You took out a $10,000 line of credit, so you owe the mortgage, your line of credit, $10,000 balance. So if you see here, number 1, 2, this is just a 30-day snapshot of what happens in your bank account.
Okay.
And this pink line basically represents your debt towards your line of credit. And as you can see by the number here, $10,000 is your debt on your line of credit. And your
Right.
your maximum line of credit is $14,000.
Right.
Okay? However, here's what happens. As soon as you get your paycheck and Jason's check, well, guess what? You're gonna put it right into your line of credit. And now the balance is 0 because you just paid it off.
Right.
Now, remember, at the end, you have $7,000 of bills. So, once you pay your bills, you're back up to $7,000 that you owe. You follow? Okay.
So you're paying your bills out of your HELOC.
Yes. Your HELOC works exactly like a checking account where you can pay bills online. You have full checkbook control. So instead of it sitting in your checking account, you now paid off your line of credit balance.
Okay.
Okay, so on day 4, you paid it off because you got that $10,000, and then on till day 23rd, and then you started writing bills for $7,000 on day 24.
Okay.
You follow me so far?
I do.
The number one question that I get from my investors is, why in the hell would I pull money out of my HELOC paying 6% when my freaking home mortgage is only 4.4? Isn't that the first thing you were thinking, Ashley?
No.
Okay, what was it that you were thinking?
The first thing I was thinking is I would have to start paying my bills before that. I would need to pay them like the middle of the month. All of them.
Sure. Remember, this is just a snapshot, and the reality is that certain bills are going to be due at different times. And I can actually go through a strategy with that, and what we recommend is any and all bills that you can pay with your credit card, you want to pay with the credit card first. That way you can actually have more than 3 weeks of that money sitting in your line of credit.
Right. Okay.
Right? Okay, so this is just for you to get the gist of how it all works internally. Now, here's the beautiful part of what I want to point out. The thought process that will come is that, why would I take out money from my line of credit paying 6% when my mortgage is 4.4? So before you look at this, I want to illustrate a couple principles that are very important. Principle number 1, when you have a large loan, like a mortgage, every payment that you make, if you can look right here, every payment that you make, little of your payment goes to paying down principal, and most of it goes to paying interest.
In the beginning, right.
So the flip side is also true. On a small loan, when every time you're making a payment, because the loan is small, most of the principal pay down, or the payment that you make, go toward paying down the principal, and very little goes towards paying the bank their interest. This is very, very important principles for you to understand. And the other part that I already talked about is that most of the money in your account, 70% of them are in transition, meaning they're in transition to pay bills. Now, always keep these three principles in mind as I'm going through this exercise. So here, when we took out $10,000, everybody's thinking, man, that's $600 a year. But really, your effective annual rate, because of us transferring that $10,000 that you and Jason makes every month into the line of credit, your actual rate is 1.56 that you paid. And you're only paying $155.84 a year to have the opportunity to exercise this strategy. Now, with that being said, let me illustrate how this is going to impact your mortgage and how your 30-year mortgage can be paid off in a fraction of the time. So you mentioned that your balance was $247. Okay, so originally it's going to be $247. You have this is 12 months, so you pay one payment each month for 12 months. It's a 30-year loan, Ashley?
Yes.
Okay, and you said it was 4.4. Okay, so right now this is not including your taxes and whatnot, but this is just principal and interest. And if you were just only paying principal and interest, your payment would be roughly $1,236.88. Now, one of the key things that I want you to look at is right here, percent principal of payment. What this basically means is that every time you pay that $1,236, only 26%, 0.78, actually goes towards your principal pay down.
Right.
73.22 actually goes to the bank. So
right.
73.22 of this 1,200 goes to the bank for interest payment. That's why it takes people 30 years to pay this off. Now, I want you to look at this. If we go down, as you can see right here, this is month 1, month 2, all the way to month 12, reflecting year 1, right?
Right.
Now, we're going to go all the way down to 30 years. If you wait till 30 years, you would have paid $198,000 over in interest payments to the bank, and you would have paid that house. The total amount that you would have paid is $445,000.
Right.
Now, can you and Jason tell me if you can find any better use of this money than giving it to the bank?
Well, I can.
Absolutely, right? That's $198,000. That's a little man's college. That's your daughter's college. That's their cars. You can think of so many things, right?
Yeah.
So here's what I want you to do. Here's the strategy. Now, after talking with me, it's going to take you 30 to 45 days to get your line of credit at your local bank. On month 2, you set up your line of credit, and you're going to apply exactly what I'm telling you to do. And get the $10,000, and bam, you're going to apply it towards your mortgage. Now, here's what I want you to really look at. The percent principal pay down, essentially little less than 92% of the $10,000 plus your normal mortgage payment of $1,236 went to paying down your principal. Only little more than 8% went to the interest to the bank. Now,
right.
Check this out. As you do this, let's just say that money's tight right now, and you guys can only do this $10,000 strategy only once a year, right? Obviously, that's kind of ridiculous. You can definitely apply it a lot more frequently, but that's just for the sake of being conservative. Let's just say that you're taking this $10,000 line of credit and paying down your mortgage. And slowly, within a year, you're paying down this $10,000 that you owe the bank. Actually, it's really $7,000, right?
Right.
Anytime I lose you, please stop me. So I want you to see what's happening here on even year 6. Every time now that you made a payment, remember the principle that I was talking about. When you have a large loan, majority of your payments go towards interest and not principal. But the flip side is also true when your loan balance is small, right? As you are making these huge, big payments, check what happens. Not only was it 94.57 going towards your principal, but look at what happens every month after that. You remember before it was only like 20% that was going towards principal. Now
Right.
it has changed because you're significantly making a dent into your mortgage balance. Now let's see how long we can keep this up.
So you're not spending anymore. You're not saving anymore.
Right.
You're just using a different way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
A tool.
This is exactly what I looked up today.
Look.
So
Yeah.
essentially, I mean, yeah, I mean, this is it. Let's just, this is, I'm going to show you guys another strategy and you guys will understand me. But essentially now, instead of paying $200,000 in interest, you only pay $76,000 in interest, right? And that's just being conservative, utilizing this, right? So
Right.
think about this. At the end of the month, you're going to have a $7,000 debt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember, I said you're only doing this once a year, but after you pay your $7,000, you're going to have the following month, you're going to get another $10,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden, this is going to become zero again, the $7,000, because the following month you get another $10,000 coming in. So that becomes zero, and you also going to have a plus $3,000 after even paying your bills.
Right.
Right? So every month, literally that $10,000 strategy, you guys can apply that at least 3 times a year is what I'm saying.
Right.
So how fast can you guys pay this off? Significantly. If you guys do this, so let's just, I'm going to add 20,000 because you can do this at least 3 times a year, right?
Yeah, it'd probably be paid off in about 8 years, I would guess.
Well, let's see. Wow, look at that.
6 years.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Now, you guys want me to really blow your head away?
Yeah.
Okay, Jason, you listening to this?
I am.
All right, check this out. So now you have, based on your, actually, this is based on this number, 247. Your house is worth how much, you said?
Well,
A conservative number.
450, 452, so probably 430 maybe.
Okay, whatever. So let's just say it's 450 for simplicity right now. And the bank lets you take out 70%, right? So that's 315,000 and minus 247. So they're going to let you take out 68,000 bucks. Okay, Jason, what you're going to do is take out that $68,000, or let's just say because you're applying this $10,000, you're only going to take out 50,000. Okay, and you're going to invest it in a conservative, first position loan, okay? And you're gonna give it to Polaris. You follow me?
Yeah.
You give it to Polaris and they're paying you 12% on your 50 grand. So essentially every month they're gonna give you $500 every month, right? As you know, they impound all the interest. So you know you're gonna get that interest payment every single month. Well, guess what happens? That $50,000, it's gonna be a 1-year deal and you're gonna do the same thing for 12 months. Right? And then at the end, you're gonna get that. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to do something a little bit different here. I'm gonna subtract that 50,000 because you're gonna have to take that $50,000 out to lend it. And then at the end of 12 months, you're gonna put it right back in. Oops, I'm sorry, that's 50,000 plus.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off real fast. Someone's trying to contact me.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks.
So you wait for another good deal, Jason, and then you put that $50,000 to work, okay? And then now you take that $50,000 out, and then you start putting $500 payment in every single month. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. There it goes. I'm gonna use that 1, 2, 3. Let's just see how long it. Right, you get your $50,000 back. Take it out. Right, and there it goes.
No,
again.
no. You need to put it in now. Put it in on month 34.
All right. And
And
then
how can you pay $20,000, $10,000, and $50,000 all in a month
We'll show you.
let me just do this real quick and I'll explain it. So you found another deal, 500, right? I want to make sure I'm doing my $50,000 correctly. Negative, positive, negative. Okay. And this is only $50,000, right? I mean, this is nothing. I don't know how many that is. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And then now it's going to be positive, right?
Yep.
Okay. There you go. So the last time we did it, I believe you were at 70 some thousand, right, in interest?
Right.
Now, by just pulling that equity out, you saved over 30 some grand, right? Close to it.
Right.
But this is on a very simplified version of this. We can amplify this and leverage this to a whole new level to make it even faster. Ashley, let me make sure I address your question. What was your question?
Well, I guess I'm not understanding if your line of credit is only 50,000, how can you invest 50,000 or send it to Polaris? I don't really understand what they do.
No, so the line of credit was a total of 68,000. I got 68,000 because if you get 70% of your home value of 450, that's 315. What you currently owe is 247. So if you subtract 247 minus 315, it's about 68,000.
Right. So it wouldn't be 20,000. It would be 18,000 then that you could add every month.
That you can add every month. You see, I think I complicated things because I started adding all these different strategies, which I would never do to a newer investors. I just talked about this because of Jason's background. For our exercise, you just only think about the 10,000. Don't worry about anything else. Right. That's something that I would have to spend more time going over other stuff.
But you do understand the different strategies that you can do with the money.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I understand that. I just, for 68,000, 50 plus 20 is more than 68,000.
Right. And Daniel, there's one other thing. With
let me answer Ashley. That
okay.
That 50 plus 20 has so.
It's actually 30.
So remember, every month, right? This is month 1. You guys have a plus 3,000 of extra cash. You follow?
Oh, okay.
So 3,000, 6,000, 9,000. So essentially, every 3.5 months, you're going to have that $10,000 of savings.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
That's how you are able to flip that same 10,000 3 times.
Right.
I got you.
Actually, you can do it 4 times, actually.
You can. Yeah, 4 times.
Okay, questions?
That was my only question.
So
that makes sense.
Ashley, if you were a normal homeowner who had no idea of all these strategies, and I offered a program where I said, you don't have to make any investments. You don't have to make any more money. Just with the current income that you make now, once you apply my strategy, you will be able to significantly pay down your home and save at least 100-figure. I charge $5,000 to do this. And if you don't save that, money back guarantee, 100%, no questions asked. Would you pay me for that? Now, let me add to that.
What you just showed me?
But
yeah, well, let me add to that. This will be a 6-week course where I take you through step by step, 1 hour each week, of how to set this up, how to use it to maximize your current cash flow and your money so that you can save at least $100,000 and pay off your house in a fraction of the time. Would that be worth $5,000?
I'm sure it would be, but a lot of people don't have an extra $5,000 to pay for something like that.
We're going to assume that they do.
Okay. Because in my experience talking with people, the people that don't understand this would be people that, based on sales strategies, would like something more at like $29.99. To them, it's still in the 2000s because they see the 2 first. But I don't think you're going to get people that need this help at $5,000. The people that have enough money typically have people they've hired or they already know this. My dad wasn't into money, and I've known this since I was in high school about how the interest works on large loans.
No, but you don't know anything about how to apply a HELOC, how to get the line of credit, how to use the line of credit. And then on top of that, you get the tax advantage from using you didn't even add that in. There's a tax advantage of about 6% as well that you gain from using the HELOC instead of your regular account. Plus, he didn't show you the daily interest that you save from using it over the money that you'll make on the money that you're using in the HELOC as well. There's money there. Your annualized return goes up through the roof. So of course, everyone knows if you throw cash at a principal payment, it pays it down. That's not the point. The point is that what are you doing with the money now, and how is it benefiting you? Because if we do what we're doing right now, continually what we're doing right now, it's going to take us 30 years to pay the house off. Right. What he's saying to you is not throwing cash. You are misunderstanding something.
No, because I understand it because I looked at a HELOC today and I got the numbers for it. And when I saw what the amount would be for the amount of cash that we would get on the HELOC, to me, I was able to put it together like, wow, that's stupid. We need to just get this HELOC, pay these down. Now I understand now that I can add money and pay bills from it. That I didn't know you could
pay what down?
When I use money to like pay off the 30 grand or whatever it is now, 15 grand that we're paying 500 whatever a month.
Ashley, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, you're still missing the point. That's not what we would use it for.
Okay.
Those bills would still get paid like they're getting paid, because that's not going to cost us $100,000 over an 18-year period. 18, and not just the 100,000 in interest, but the additional payments that we're making as well on the mortgage for those years. That's how big of a factor interest is on a big loan. $12,000 loan is a small loan. It's a baby loan. $247,000 at 4% is a mammoth.
Right.
That's the numbers he's showing you. So I understand exactly what you think you're thinking right now, but there's a part of this that you're missing. And the part that you're missing is,
well, you're wanting to use it to put investments in, and I get that, but
it's not investment.
No, forget about the investment.
That's what Polaris is. Forget
that part. Forget
No.
Polaris. Forget the $500 thing. Forget the 50,000 thing. Just forget that. He said he's back on just 10 grand every year. It still cuts the mortgage down to 11 years.
Right.
But
I understand
No,
that.
but we didn't invest any money. We didn't invest anything. There's no investment being made. It's the same money
Right.
we make every month.
No, I
It's the way the money, it's where the money goes into what account and the different benefits of that account versus what we use now.
right. And yes, that I understand more about that now.
So Ashley, hey Ashley, let me give you a scenario. You get $10,000 a month coming into your checking account where you collect less than 1%.
Mm-hmm.
You have a line of credit where you have a balance of $8,000 at 6%, and you have a car payment that you owe $8,000 on at 6%. How would you move the $10,000 around to maximize your money?
So you might want to repeat what he said to make sure you understand it.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Give me all the numbers again.
You get $10,000 a month that goes into your checking account.
Hold on, she's going to write it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, that's a plus.
And you also have a line of credit that you have a debt on of $8,000, and you're being charged 6%.
Okay.
You have a car payment that you also have a debt on of $8,000 at 6%.
Okay.
So that $10,000, what would you do with it, given the fact that you don't have any other savings and you have $7,000 of bills to pay every month? How would you utilize that money?
This is a good exercise.
So
Well, you
how
know
would
what?
I
Answer this,
$10,000?
Ashley. Don't, without thinking about what we just talked about or what you just learned, what would be the normal process that you would do with that $10,000?
I would pay the bills and have $3,000 left is what I've been doing.
In the checking account, right?
Right.
Okay, so you said that you've known this strategy of paying your mortgage down. So what strategy is that you said that you've known?
Well, as far as paying larger chunks and having it be a principal payment so that it eventually brings down the interest rate because you're making larger principal payments every month.
Right.
So if you can throw extra principal payments at your mortgage every single month, it's better
Right.
because it ends up reducing everything.
100%. But you tell me if I'm accurate when I say this. You have to make more money or you have to have extra cash to be able to apply that strategy, correct?
Right.
So is it fair to say that this is the first time that someone showed you that you don't have to make more money, but you can still apply that exact same strategy and get your mortgage paid down? Is that a new concept?
Yes.
Is if you had the money of $5,000 and I walked you through this process and set it all up, would it be worth your while to pay that $5,000?
Yeah. I mean, especially with the money back guarantee, I would think people would pay it.
And if I helped you set up this line of credit and showed you how much you're going to be saving on a yearly, within 6 years or so, or 11 years, let's just say, right? I think that was, and you're saving over $158,000 in interest. Would you ever want to get your money back from me?
No, I wouldn't think about it.
You'll be a happy camper and you give me testimonial all day long, right?
Right.
There we go, Jason.
Did you hear him? Yeah, he's talking to you.
Oh. No, I was letting you go through this because I understand this.
Oh.
Yeah, what, Daniel?
I mean, this is our product, bro.
You do understand it now? That exercise was a good exercise.
Well, we
Oh.
never completed this.
Oh, I never come. Okay, so now knowing what you know, Ashley, how would you utilize that $10,000 that's coming in?
Well, I would put, I mean, to me, I'm thinking what I would do is put the 10,000 in the HELOC, right? I'd move that into the HELOC. And then what I would do is I would pay 900 or 9,000 to my mortgage every month, and then pay 500 to each of the $8,000 loans in addition to my payment. So I can knock those out. So I can take what I'm paying in payments and add that to the 10,000 that I add into my HELOC every month, because those will get paid down a lot faster. That's what I'm thinking I would do, but
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure. So the most efficient way to utilize this is,
It's in the fridge.
huh?
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
the most efficient way to utilize this would be to take money out of your HELOC and pay your car mortgage off. So now your car mortgage is zero. Now your HELOC balance is now 16,000. However, you get that $10,000 that comes in. Well, once that $10,000 comes in, now your balance is only 6. Now, so if you guys have any card balance, this is what you guys need to do ASAP, because this will save you guys so much money. And remember, even though you might think that where's that at? Oh, even though you might think that the interest rate on the HELOC is 6%, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember this, right? Even with the $10,000, because you have that money in here, your effective rate is way different from the actual interest rate of 6%.
Right.
Right? So it's a huge savings, and it doesn't even compare when you compare the interest savings on just interest on your mortgage versus what you pay for that stupid line of credit.
Right. So I did have the right idea as far as the car was concerned then.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, anything else, Jason?
Nope.
So what do you think in terms of making this our product?
So what would you pay?
He said if I had the money, would this be worth it for me, for him to help me get the line of credit, help me set it up, help me do all this, and money back guarantee? If I didn't save that much, yes, it would be.
That's it. And honestly, if $5,000 is just a big number that we threw out there,
Yeah.
really we could do it for $2,000, $1,997, and sell the crap out of it,
Right.
Yep.
right? And
I think you'd sell many more of them.
that's the key, right?
And then the more you sell, the more testimonials you get, increase the price because you have more to back it up.
Well, not even that though. We can start doing referral and affiliate programs. So we could start at $24.99, knowing that $19.97 is where we need to be, and reserve the $500 for affiliate pricing for every affiliate that sells for us. Right?
Yeah.
And we're offering a full money back guarantee. So it's a no-brainer kind of. But Daniel, how would you offer I mean, I guess you could do a 12-month money back guarantee if the numbers aren't on target after 1 year. That's the way it would be.
Well, we can't do that because 100% of the success rate of this line of credit it's all dependent on the individual and how they utilize it. If they are not moving funds the correct way, all of this don't work. So all that we can do is lay out a plan that for sure will work as long as they apply it. However, we can't be responsible for that.
Right. I understand that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are going to have to be really clear in your disclaimers, because
No doubt.
if somebody, starts this and then month 6 they lose their job. Well, that $10,000 isn't coming in anymore, so they don't have it to move, and then this whole thing
100%,
kind of goes down the toilet, and then they want their $5,000 back.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that needs to be put in.
Yeah, we got it, Daniel.
Yep. Okay.
All right, listen. Yeah.
I think anything else we need to talk about?
No, I'm good, brother. I've got to get my trailer over to my brother's house. It's 5:30 over here, and we got
Bye,
a meeting
Daniel.
at 7.
Bye.
All right, brother.
Bye.
Thanks. Hey, Daniel.
Yo.
When I get this HELOC,
Yeah.
let's seriously, you and I go through step by step. And I'm going to try and wrap something up within 30 days so we can get something quickly. But I want to go through this step by step. Now, there may be better uses that we can use that money for right now to make some money quickly. And I'm okay with that idea too. But I just want to keep that open. All right.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right.
All right.
See you, bub.
Bye. Wallace, was that you? Hold on 1 second. Yo. Say that again. Yeah, she said that she would pay $5,000 for it. I'm telling you, bro, this is it. My only problem is, I mean, as long as we're not marketing it as our own strategy, because this is a universal strategy, and we need to change the look and feel of that, Master Sweep Excel sheet so that it's more our brand. But I don't see any ways that we can get trouble for this. Sure. Yeah. If we come up with a 6-week program where maybe day 1, week 1, we're teaching them more of the concept and principles. Week 2, I mean, we just have to break it down, and maybe it's not a 6-week course, maybe it's a 4-week. If we really build that up and promote it right, I think we can make a significant amount of cash immediately. Hey, Wallace, look at this. So you're seeing my screen? Okay. So the strategy here that I'm talking about is obviously trying to get the most effective rate, right? However, if we if our line of credit was 100,000, but we only bring in, we only taking out 10,000 rather than 50, how much of an impact would it really make on the bottom line? You follow me? Huh? No, I'm asking you because right now my strategy was only get the line of credit, pull out a line of credit in the amount of the amount that you make each month, right? And for the initial example, I guess, or the initial lesson for them to apply and without getting confused, maybe this is the better approach as a step 1 phase. And then from there, maybe we escalate it to a step 2, where at the end of the month, if they have a net positive cash flow of just $3,000, well, we teach them how to utilize that 4 times a year. You follow? Because if they have a plus $3,000 every single month, literally every 3.5 months, they can pay off that line of credit. Right? But this is not an accurate depiction of the reality. So for example, why do we have to wait until the line of credit is completely paid off? Why can't, as soon as we have a $2,000 available limit, put that right away to the mortgage? Because that will make the mortgage even better. So I guess what I'm asking is we need to create an Excel sheet that can do that for us. And it doesn't maybe have to be as detailed in terms of, you know, moving 2,000 or whatever, 500 if you have a balance. I mean, that's a little bit too much labor intensive. So maybe the better automation that we give is every 10,000, we just, you know, move it out. I guess that's the more easier concept without it being so labor intensive. You follow? So forget me what I just said. So we're going to keep it at the first lesson is whatever they make every single month, that's the amount of line of credit that they're going to get out, right? Because then right now, all they are making, I mean, the amount that they have to pay for this opportunity is very minuscule compared to the actual savings, right? My only question is, and this would be easily conducted if we just, for example, if the line of credit, let's just say was 100,000, and we took out 50,000. See what that looks like. We make 10,000 a month, so that remaining balance is going to be 40. We still have $7,000 of bills to pay, so that'll be $4,700. And 47,000. You following me, Wallace? So in this scenario, or actually, wow, we're paying $2,522 annually. So let's see what happens if we apply this strategy. So if it takes us a whole year, because at the end of the year, since we're saving $3,000 each month, at the end of the year, we could pay down this 47,000 by 36 grand. You follow me?
If we do 10,000, okay.
So, I wish we had a more advanced calculator that could help us figure this out. So on the second month, they take out $10,000, oh, actually $50,000. it all depends on what their mortgage balance is. But okay, let's just say $50,000 they pay. And then, see, I don't know how to compute this because of the daily interest rate. I wish there was a way that we can get this and say, okay, I want this to duplicate, but the numbers are going to change and how we pay down this line of credit because we have a positive plus 3,000 every month. So the line of credit each month is going to be reduced. I wish there's a way that we can create that snapshot for a real, not a real, just a better, more accurate reflection. Yeah, that's lesson one, though. That's lesson one for them to understand and apply immediately without confusion. My question is that if their line of credit is 50 and they do 20,000 at a time, but they don't pay off their line of credit because they only bring in $10,000 a month, what does that extra payment that they're making, how does that compare to the actual savings that they're making on their mortgage is the question. Hold on one second. Let me just do it because I don't think you get it. You don't get the way I'm explaining it. Let me just do it so I can understand it for myself. Okay, so in Jason's situation here, if he did nothing, there would be 198,000 in interest, right? We're going to assume that instead of the $10,000 approach, because if he did the 10K approach, it would cost him literally under $1,600 for 11 and a half years, so to speak. But if he doubled that to 20K, let's see his actual cost. So instead of 11 years, they can do it in 8.5. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8.4 years. And they would have saved over 110K savings. Wait. No. The other one was 198 plus in interest. And in this one is only 46. So 198 minus, let's just say 47. So they're saving 151,000 in interest. Wow. Now that cost to them would be, if they put 20, and then they get a $10,000 check. And then they have $7,000 of bills. So that'll be 17,000. So they're actually paying $747 a year times 8.5. So to save, oh, wait, okay. That will cost them, so if they make a 10K payment per month, that will give them a cost of roughly $1,600 for the line of credit. If they make a 20K payment per month, that will cost them $6,000, roughly $3,054.77. Now, with the 10K a month strategy, I'm done. Total savings equals minus 198. Okay, so 122K. Oh, wait. 122K minus $1,600 for the line of credit. Oops. So their total savings would be 124,400. And then this way, 198 minus 151,000. So essentially, by carrying a debt of double the amount, you save roughly $14,000. Oh, I'm sorry, $24,000. Actually, about $25,000. That's what I'm saying, huh? So, but this, so it makes more sense to pay a bigger chunk based on what you can afford to maintain within the line of credit than just having a zero balance for 3 weeks out of the month because it replaces what you bring in every single month from work. Right, right. There you go. So knowing what we just talked about with this line of credit, should we be focusing on George's or notes? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We can call Gina and basically say, hey, Gina, we have a training that we literally paid over 6 figures to learn. And what I mean by 6 figures is all the education that we paid, right? To get to be where we're at today. That's over 6 figures. And we tell Gina, because of the crap you went through with notes, we'll give you a discount for $5,000. And it's a money back guarantee. I think she'll do it. If we told her she's gonna for sure save 100,000 minimum, this is just like a no-brainer to me, man. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be Gina. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. Now, in terms of our time that we're going to be talking about, because just brainstorming on, well, I guess at the end of the day, all we have to focus on is creating a list for every single idea that we want to explore. And we'll figure out the rest later. So with that being said, let's come up with a time that we can talk about notes and whatever else we want to talk about. The problem is that normally I get out of the gym around 10:30 and I'm racing home and I try to get something to eat. So, okay, so like 11:30 is what you're saying? Because our call is normally at 12:30. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm putting it in my list. And it's normally Monday and Thursday. Okay, buddy. I'm good. All right, talk to you. Bye.